Something I realized on this app is not only do men really want women to suffer, but they are also very jealous and hateful that women have the choice to not suffer after they make a mistake. When the conversation comes up where a woman is upset because she got pregnant by the wrong man and she doesn't know what to do and she made a mistake because he's a piece of shit and he's showing his true colors and she's realizing that he's not going to be a good partner, a good dad, and it's going to be hell for her and she's basically going to suffer by having a child with this man, here come the men in the comments like, oh, well, but you chose. That's what you chose. Now you have to live with it. Now you have to suffer. You don't have a choice. Ha ha ha. Now you have to live with it. And it's like, hold up, babe. Hold up, babe. She does have a choice. She does have a choice. She can go get an abortion. And then she can cancel this whole shit out and move on with her life, go find her husband, and not have to suffer with the consequences of that poor choice, right? There's many other options a woman can go through to not have to live with that, okay? Men do not have those options. But men will get on here and bitch and cry and complain that the woman that they had kids with is a bitch, is vindictive and conniving and bitter, and oh, she's keeping my kids from me, oh, she's making my life a living hell, oh my God, she's terrorizing me, oh, now I have to go to court, I have to spend all this money, oh, but you chose her. But you chose her. That's your choice. Oh, well, now you have to be stuck with the consequences, right? Because you chose her. Don't get on the internet crying, because when women do it, mind you, women are risking their lives to give birth and carry children. You're not risking shit. You're not carrying shit. You're not going to die. You don't have to give birth. You don't have to be stuck. Like, get the fuck out of here. Don't come on the internet crying about your baby mama and the choice you made, because remember, you chose her. You chose her. Don't get on here crying, because that's the consequences to what you chose. Just like y'all love to tell women.
He jealous. You trying to figure out why he acting like that, why he talk to me like this, why he don't treat me right, he don't have no respect for me. He jealous of you. Yeah. Your husband? Yes. Your fiance? Absolutely. Your boyfriend? Definitely. He's jealous. See, when a man is so bitter and full of hatred and they don't want to do anything to change, to be better for themselves first, it's not abnormal that jealousy is right behind them. You thinking, oh, well, you know what? His dad wasn't there. Boo-hoo. Child, it's millions of people whose fathers wasn't there for them. I don't see you walking around full of hate. I don't see you walking around purposely trying to find men to make their life a living hell. See, all you need to know is the man that's sleeping next to you, he's jealous of you. And can I tell you something else? He don't like you and he can't stand you. Even though the root of that comes from the hatred that he has from his mother and the hatred that he has because he always has to be the victim. He swear everybody do him wrong when he don't even realize he the common denominator. But see, a lot of that he's carrying, that hatred and that bitterness, you are paying the tab for that. Because does it make sense to you how you've been there for him, you've loved him, you've supported him, you've given him money, you've given him your last, you took out your 401k to support his business, the business that failed. You was the person that took out the money, ran the business, he didn't do nothing. You changed his life, you changed his wardrobe, you got him the job, you filled out the resume. When he walked off the job and didn't even tell you, you said that's okay, you paying all the bills. And if he is paying the bills, he probably using the money against you. You taking care of the kids. You making sack lunches like he a third grader. You asking him how was work. You rubbing his musty feet. You laying next to him smelling his musty armpits. You sitting there being unsatisfied by his small tallywhacker because you don't really want to crush his dreams and tell him you ain't been satisfied in years, right? Because it's something about grown men. They always got to be coddled and pushed and babied like we raising toddlers. But back to my point. The point is, he's jealous of you. He doesn't like you. He hates when you succeed. He hates when people pay attention to you. He hates when you get a promotion on your job. He hates when your family is there for you and they want to stick up for you. He don't like it when you have friends. He don't like it when you go to lunch with your coworkers. He don't even want you talking to your coworkers at work and you like, baby, I got a job to do. He's so dumb. He don't even get it. But that's another story. But because it's jealousy, when a person is bitter and it festers in their body, it festers in their brain, it can show up as jealousy. And you wondering why. Well, you know, maybe he don't support me because he's not used to supporting people. Maybe he doesn't love me because he came from a broken home. Maybe he doesn't know how to be a dad because he said that his dad wasn't there and nobody's ever showed him how to be a dad and how to be a man. No, baby, those are excuses. He's jealous. But see, over here, when we heal, I'm not telling you to stay, go, or go back to a relationship. I don't give that kind of advice because I don't know what everybody is going through. But one thing I will do is give you the wisdom. And over here, when we heal, I'm just here to tell you it's not because he came from a broken home. It's not because his mother was an addict. It's not because he never felt support. It's not because he was taken advantage of as a kid. It's not because nobody's ever showed him love. It's not because nobody's ever supported him. It's not because his dad wasn't there. It's not because his mother didn't listen. It's not because his sisters seemed like they were the favorite and he got left out. It's not because he can never get on his feet. It's not because he just doesn't understand why people don't understand him. It's not because he has an addiction. It's not because he has mental health. It's none of those. It's simply because he's jealous. That's all.
You still don't think men are jealous of women? Go out with a man and get more compliments than him and watch him say some hater shit like, damn, you sure are getting a lot of compliments tonight. The main reason men are jealous of women is because some sort of perceived notion that women experience life in easy mode. Men see the beauty in which women experience the world and think that our life is all unicorns and rainbows. Have you ever heard a man say something like, damn, it must be nice to go out and have someone pay for your drinks, have someone pay for your dinner? Yeah, bitch, reparations. The main reason I preach decentering their opinions of you because everyone else around you can compliment you on the beauty that you have inside of you except for the man that you're sleeping next to. He's more likely to say some hater shit like, well, everybody else tells you how beautiful you are, so I didn't think I had to. Women will hear this and observe this and do one or two things. Either one, fish for more compliments, or two, give him some excuse like he's just this wounded bird, wounded animal, and oh, he's so avoiding all this other bullshit. However, if you had a friend who said something similar, you would cut them off immediately because you recognize this behavior as being dangerously jealous. I would argue that this is even more egregious because if a man is sleeping right next to you and can't comment on the beauty that he sees in you, he's actually a certified hater and you should keep him far away from you. Decenter men, decenter outcomes.
And I do think that men are jealous of women generally, but especially the women that they partner with way more often than we realize. By a lot of markers, women are doing very well. Women are dominating education. Women are making very good money. We have only been allowed to go to school for a few decades, and we've already completely surpassed men. And men are really growing up with this narrative that they are just like these supreme beings. They are just like absolutely irresistible. They are charismatic. They are likable. They are successful. The world owes them something. They can comfortably expect that they will be able to become millionaires, own very nice houses, and not entirely just men to blame for this. Like, obviously we've had a huge economic downfall since the 50s, but like generally this whole image that men have been given that they are like the superior beings and that they can feel entitled to like a very good life is like not really being presented to them. However, women are still working very, very hard, are still doing well in education and in their careers. And I think the men are feeling very jealous that the things that they were told they were going to get, that they were going to have very easily, are now being given to women. Or not given to women, women are just working for them. And especially that now women, when women are getting a higher education and making more money, their standard in dating starts to increase. And a lot of these low quality men are then getting like phased out of the dating pool. I don't think very many men really expected to have to view their female partners as competition. And the fact that they're having to compete with people that they have been told has always been inferior to them is extremely frustrating. And it comes out in little ways. It comes out in him negging you. It comes out in him telling you to be a stay-at-home mom, telling you to give up everything that you have. Those are the sort of things that they do to humble you so that they can remain on top.
If a woman has a certain power or has a certain goddess energy, there are some men that get with us and they want to tear us down. So we honestly all have to be careful. All of us women who are upward, you know, we have businesses, we have things, we have to be careful because even though you would think, oh, men are just falling at our feet, they actually get with us and then hate on us. They get with us and want to conquer us, want to tear us down. So we have to be very vigilant. We have to pray for a certain level of discernment when we date, because when men come around, you have to be able to feel his spirit and not what he's saying. Because, baby, they will run your ass through a tornado and you won't know what happened.
Some men are very jealous of the attention women get because with that attention, life is easier, life is less expensive, and a lot of women are catered to, while men are expected to be men. And so the same way that women look and scroll through Instagram at other women and their bodies and this and that, and compare themselves to women and how they wish they could be, living that lifestyle or looking like that woman, or wish they had, that person's look or whatever. Men do the same thing, except with women versus men. So a lot of these men who don't know how to get up and go get money or get a career or get a life, instead of focusing on that, they focus on women and they get upset with them. So they're literally comparing themselves as men to women, not to other men. This is where the problem is.
I need advice on being okay with being alone. I broke up with my boyfriend because he was jealous of my achievements.
That should have given you the biggest ick that you have ever gotten in your life. I actually have to deal with that exact same thing. And my ex was a Leo.
Oh.
Yes. And it's like you don't want to put in your head, like, my man is jealous of me, because it sounds crazy, right?
Yes.
Not that crazy, because they do be jealous. This was my final straw. We went and got food, and I'm like looking cute. One thing a girl's gonna do is compliment a girl.
Yeah.
Like, I do the same thing. If I see a girl looking cute, I'm gonna compliment her. So we were at this place, and the cashier was like, oh my God, you're so pretty. Like, your makeup is so pretty. She was like, is this your girlfriend? And then he was like, yeah. She was like, you're so lucky. Like, she's so beautiful. She's so gorgeous. Pissed. He literally was so mad and was like, why do people only compliment you and not me? Ooh. Y'all, I sat there. I couldn't even eat. And I said, so do you want a woman to come and compliment you while I'm right here?
No.
And then I said,
be a bad bitch.
Man.
You
want a man to compliment you?
And what did he say?
He was like, I mean, he could be like, I really like your shoes, bro.
Okay.
And I'm like, and I literally said,
okay.
would you do that? Would you do that? Why can't you be like, yeah, my girl back? Like, yeah, no. I'm telling you, it will never get better. It will only get worse. And you don't ever want to be in a relationship with someone that you feel like you can't happily talk to about what you have going on. Like, I shouldn't feel like, am I able to, like, tell him about this? Because, like, when he gets mad, it should never be that. Like, your man should be your biggest cheerleader and vice versa. Like, you don't be jealous of your man either. I mean, who be jealous of a man? But
no, literally.
Some men watch you because they're inspired by you. They are inspired by your beauty, by your work ethic, by the person that you are, by your success. And then other men watch you because they are jealous of you. So today, ladies, we are going to be discussing and exposing the signs of a jealous male in your life. So let's get into it. So the number one sign is that man may be downplaying your success. This is what a lot of jealous men do. Let's say if you might start a business, he's going to be like, oh, that little. He's going to always put like the word little in front of it because you're a woman. Never let a man make what you do little just because of, you're a pretty woman, because that's what they like to do. Men have egos, and so they like to think that success is only for them, for the male, which is not true at all, because now in 2026, even in 2025, women have been dominating this business thing. We have been dominating and being successful and running successful businesses. So never let a man downplay your success. This is the number one indicator. If he always wants to put the word little in front of whatever you do, and just finding flaws, always trying to find a flaw in you, always trying to find a flaw in your business, because he wants to boost his ego. But we're not going to do that. We're not going to let him, find a flaw or pick you apart just to boost his ego. Okay. And then another thing that I have observed is a man will watch everything you do. It's literally like with the Liz and Landon situation. I think they are a really good example, because before Liz even gave Landon the time of her day before she even started dating him. This man was literally like stalking her. Like, he was a huge fan of Liz. And it's just also crazy that they literally met in the airport. He comes up to her and he's like, oh my God, I know who you are. You are so much more beautiful in person, yada yada. And she was like instantly smitten. Like, she was like blushing from these comments that he was giving her, from the love bombing immediately. Landon was literally like a fan of Liz. And that's insane, you know, that he watched her. Landon literally watched Liz before he even met her. He saw who she was on social media. So that is literally a number one indicator. If you know, become lovers with a man who watches everything you do, you know, and he's a fan, then that is going to be your biggest downfall later on in life. Because, like, look what she's going through right now. You know, he's literally blackmailing her, got her pregnant, you know, was requesting for money, keeping her child away from her, all types of crazy stuff. And the Liz that we knew online, she was so radiant. She was so full of life. So that is what happens when you give a fan man the time of your day, you know, and he's just like watching you on social media. So that's definitely another indicator of a jealous man. Okay. Another one is he competes instead of, you know, hyping you up. Everything is always a competition with him. You and your man should never be competing, you know. It should never be that. As women, we love dominant men. We love to look up to our man, you know. We love to look for our man for inspiration because he's bigger than us, you know. A man's job is to, you know, be a man, provide and protect you mentally, spiritually, physically, all of that. And so when a man feels the need to compete, that he is better than you, there is something there. That is like some type of like a entity possessing him, like a jealous entity, literally. And I always talk about this on my channel, that, you know, we as women, when we see that in people, we have to get away. Because if you don't get away, it would be your unaliving on this earth, literally. Like, you can die from people competing with you. We always see it in women. Women will literally like kill the next woman because of competition, you know, just to eliminate the competition. We see it literally every single day. Like, go back on my previous videos, and I made videos about, you know, the with the situation with the girl running over her friend in public with her car, and then getting out of her car, standing over her body and yelling over her again. And allegedly it's all because of a man. So when you stick around people who want to compete with you, that can become very, very dangerous. You know, you never want your man to compete with you, ever. He may disguise insults as jokes. Have you ever had like a woman or like a man to joke with you? And you know, he makes like this sort of joke, but then he's like, oh babe, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Like, no, sir, you are not just kidding. And I'm not stupid. And I have the discernment from God to know that you were just not kidding, you know. I have that intuition because I use it every single day, and I practice my female intuition every day when I go out into this world. And I know, sir, that you were just not kidding. So never let a man disguise his insults as jokes and then says, oh, I'm just kidding, scratches his head. Like, no. This is why, you know, if you're always around noise and you don't practice your female intuition, you would literally like just let men tell you anything, you know. And even the jokes can literally like tear apart your self-esteem just to boost his ego. So the just kidding jokes, watch out for those. Watch out for those. Okay. And then another one is when people compliment you, he's getting uncomfortable when others praise you. You ever been around, like, have you guys ever been out in public with a man and then another woman compliments you and, and then he just looks crazy, instead of being like, this is my baby. Yeah, she's beautiful. Just, hyping you up along with the other woman. But instead he gets uncomfortable when others praises you and he changes the subject immediately. I literally had this experience when I was dating this man for my birthday, and it was like 12 a.m. When the clock literally hit 12 a.m., that's the indicator that, it's your birthday. And then my friend was like, she started like clapping me. She's like, Deja, it's your birthday. It's your birthday. I got so excited. But then, the man who I was dealing with at the time, he like tried to change the subject. Well, he did change the subject. And he's like, well, focus on the game. Focus on this game that we're playing. And that was my number one indicator that he is jealous of me. Like, he is a hater. He's getting uncomfortable because, this is my time. This is my shine. But he's trying to, change the subject. And, that was just the number one indicator for me. So, yes, ladies, just be aware of jealous men. Use your intuition that God gives you. Have that discernment every single day when you are dealing with these men, because men are more jealous than women. Okay, so that's all I have to say for this video. Thank you, ladies, for listening, and do not forget to comment. Let me know what you guys think and subscribe.